later made the telescope after. That's right, we use now here to see the far back in the universe exactly. And Hubble at the time came up with much more accurate observations because he had world's largest telescope that convinced Einstein that in fact the universe was expanding. And once he grappled with that and the fact that his equation exactly predicted the Big Bang, he came out.
Reluctant.
Very reluctant because one reason he hated it was because nature was a priest. And he thought that the theory he thought the theory kind of reached the which was a little too close to the account that the universe began with light, right? So it took him, quite a while until he was willing to come around. And that's, why I call that bias the too weird to be true bias. Because Einstein was convinced that Mother Nature would never do anything like that. And, of course, with reason, because the Big Bang is about because if you think about it.
And we may never know.
Yeah, well, now the universe is expanding. What is it expanding into?
Exactly. What's on the other side, right?
As well as what came before that, any scientific theories about it. We may get evidence about it, but what came before is also very unbelievable. It will be hard-pressed, hard-pressed to find evidence to support one theory or the other.
Do you think the belief of God was an excuse for people who can't explain how this started?
I don't think that the belief of God is an excuse. I think that
Or rationale?
It's beyond what science can tell us what came before the Big Bang. And when whether or not you believe in God, when science tells what happened between the Big Bang and now, before that, no one can tell you. And what I found very interesting is Matron's viewpoint on this, because he felt that religion was for salvation and science was to tell us about the natural world, and they weren't incompatible. And there are plenty of people who believe that, and it's hard to argue that because science can't tell us.
No, they can't. And the book, what's gotten into you, is a logical reason why science can't tell us something. It's bizarre, isn't it?
That's right. And science, of course, will never, because there are always more and more questions. Interestingly, right now, I think the three things that are hardest to science to grapple with are what came before the Big Bang, the origin of life, and how molecules create consciousness. And those are all fascinating questions at the forefront of science.
And then add ingredients, Dan, to how did life start, like us. I mean, listen to the complexities of everything that happened. The Big Bang, life, us doing what we're doing, you talking to me on a national radio show right now. What are the odds of all that happening? By accident?
In fact, at one time, it seemed completely impossible. There was a theory of biological vitamins that there was some kind of spark life that created life, because all life is made of organic molecules, which are carbon chains, and you won't find those molecules in rocks. So at one time, scientists were completely lost to explain how life might exist. We now know so much more, and we're now getting close to understanding in many ways so many parts of that puzzle. But as to the question of what are the odds, it's so hard to answer that because for us, there were so many unlikely events to have occurred that on the one hand it's unlikely. On the other hand, there are many things that I think of as you roll back the tape again, particles that came out of the Big Bang, if you did it again, they would create stars, elements, the clouds of elements of life is because there's so many of them. So many. This is back to the equation. There's reason to think that some of them inevitably indicate life. And so it's so easy to look at it in both ways, which is why, of course, science has this very vigorous debate about whether intelligent life and other life exists in other parts of the universe or not. Some say it's so unlikely, and others say it's got to be.
Well, when you look at everything, I always come back down to this and say there's got to be some divine intelligence behind all this, where it just wouldn't be the way it is. It's not random. But the big question then is, what created the divine intelligence? How did that start?
Yeah, I mean, those are questions we'll never know. I personally, and the vast hundreds of scientists would not agree that there's a divine intelligence because so much we know now is leading towards really understanding, how it is that we got from the Big Bang to now. I mean, I'll tell you one thing that in my book was, as I researched the book, was to discover how much we've learned in the last 100 years to 150 years.
It's been remarkable. Dan, we're going to take a short break. We're at the top of the hour. We'll come back and pick up what's gotten into you. And then we'll also take phone calls with you next.
Don't forget to watch our TV show, Beyond Belief, with George Norrie. Just log on to beyondbelief.com.
You're listening to Coast AM on KSRO.
Catch up with KSRO online. We're posting news updates and information all day long on social media. Follow KSRO on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And get up-to-the-minute news from our Marconi Award-winning news team online all the time. KSRO.com.
The music series at the Roder Park Farmers Market is kicking off Friday, June 2nd and running through Friday, August 25th. Live music, a certified farmers market, food and craft booths, and beer and wine. Choppin' Broccoli kicks off the season playing 80s rock. Bands this summer include the Pointless Sisters, Sonoma Shakers, Humdingers, and Pride and Joy closing night. It's in City Center Plaza in partnership with the City of Roder Park and sponsored by Paradise Pet Resorts. 2 locations in Roder Park and Santa Rosa. Get your furry family members socialized and exercise. Doggy daycare, grooming, obedience training, splash dog pool, and dog, cat, and small animal boarding too. Always open till 7 p.m. No one loves your pets like you do, but nobody cares for your pets like we do at Paradise Pet Resort, the North Bay's premier pet service. June 2nd, Party on the Plaza music series kicks off at the Roder Park Farmers Market 5 to 8 with Choppin' Broccoli.
DJ's Sash and Glass is a full-service residential window and glass company. DJ's has served Sonoma County since 1960, and they're 3 generations strong. DJ's specializes in custom shower doors. They'll get your window or shower door quote done and back to you within 48 hours. At the touch of class to your glass. Call DJ's Sash and Glass at 546-7344 for your shower door replacement. From Wilgin Court in Santa Rosa, online at djsglass.com. New traffic, weather, talk. Sonoma County's News Talk, KSRO Santa Rosa.
From ABC News, I'm Richard Cantu. 4 years in prison, sentence for convicted insurrectionist Hatchet
Construction on road ahead.
Speed for the disgraced former Army reservist's role in the January 6th attack.
Speed was not accused of any specific act of violence at the Capitol, but prosecutors pushed for a tough sentence, arguing that he's an avowed anti-Semite who posed an increasing threat to the public. Authorities say Speed is a member of the right-wing extremist group, the Proud Boys. The 4-year sentence is in addition to 3 years he received last month for possessing unregistered gun accessories.
ABC's Faith Abube in Washington. ABC News Atlanta affiliate WSB-TV got it.
Police reported ahead.
Hands a letter from an attorney for Georgia Republican Chair David Schaefer seeking a meeting with Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis, who's investigating Trump's bid to overthrow his election loss in Georgia, including a scheme to send fake electors to Washington. Schaefer was one of those individuals, although he says he was unaware of the plot. Emory University law professor Fred Smith.
It does suggest that that David Schaefer and his attorneys think that there's a serious threat that he will be indicted, and they're previewing their arguments in the event that in fact happens.
President Biden on Tuesday meets with top congressional leadership on the debt ceiling. He insists he won't negotiate spending cuts as part of this process. House Republicans insist it's their way or no way. An agreement not likely.
If you're House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, you want to be in front of the microphone very quickly and say how it went and sort of dictate the next stage of this debate, because the clock is ticking. We got a couple weeks until that X date from the Treasury Department where they say that the nation will hit the debt ceiling and the government could default on its debt.
ABC's Karen Travers. The Pentagon on Tuesday will announce an additional $1.2 billion in security assistance for Ukraine, including new anti-aircraft weapons. You're listening to ABC News.
If you own a small to medium-sized business that kept employees on payroll through COVID, you may have a big cash refund waiting for you. The Employee Retention Credit is a tax credit of up to $26,000 per employee. And now, more businesses than ever qualify. The experts at RefundsPro.com specialize in cutting through the red tape of qualifying for this government program. Most of their refunds are over $100,000. Even businesses that have received PPP funds may be eligible. And there are absolutely no fees unless you receive a refund. So there's no reason not to apply. If your business experienced shutdowns, limited capacity, supply chain challenges, or reduced revenue due to COVID, you likely qualify. RefundsPro.com has already helped hundreds of businesses. So don't lose the refund you're owed by missing the deadline. Get started today with a free 5-minute questionnaire at RefundsPro.com. That's refunds with an S, pro.com.
Migration sparking intra-region friction in the New York City area. Texas has shipped thousands of migrants to Democratic-run cities. New York wants to ease some of its strain by housing 340 adult male migrants at a hotel in suburban Rockland County. County Executive Ed Day wants to know what the city did with emergency funding to handle the situation.
$1 billion. Let that sink in a little bit. $1 billion. Went to the city of New York, and he still doesn't know what to do with it. I would be drawn and quartered here in Rockland if I ran my government that way.
The building inspector in Orangetown, where the hotel is located, cited it for violating its certificate of occupancy. In New York City, the family of a young man who died after being put in a chokehold on a subway train wants criminal charges.
A demand for murder charges against Marine veteran Daniel Penny, accused in the chokehold death of homeless street performer Jordan Neely on a Manhattan subway train last Monday.
There are some things that are absolutely not debated. What's not debated is that he put his arms around the man's neck and choked him to death.
Neely family attorney Dante Mills rejecting a statement from Penny's lawyers that their client acted in self-defense, while also pointing out Neely's, quote, untreated mental illness.
Hey, that's not an apology.
The New York City medical examiner ruling Neely's death a homicide, but so far no charges filed. Derek Dennis, ABC News, New York.
This is ABC News.
Your 71's backed up. What's your 20 over?
Olivia needs more drivers for her trucking company to go the extra mile.
3 more stops to make.
She wants to hitch a team to drive business forward.
Lots of double nickels on 169. You know what I'm over? This driver
switch. Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Richard Cantu, ABC News.
I'm Brian Kilmeade, and this is KSRO. I cannot wait for the Tuesday edition of the Brian Kilmeade Show. Lieutenant Colonel Alan West, the collapse of our southern. Doug Collins brings us inside Georgia and so much more when it comes to Donald Trump's surge in the general election. And when are we going to get Ron DeSantis? Jane Cook putting history in perspective. Senator Tom Cotton in studio. The panic among the left about raising the debt ceiling. Please join me weekday mornings from 9 till noon for the Brian Kilmeade Show on KSRO.
I'm KSRO's Jeff Woodworth with Sonoma County's most accurate, most dependable forecast. On the heels of a partly cloudy afternoon, we can look at fairly cloudy skies, light winds, and a less than 10% chance of rain to leave us with overnight lows in the mid-40s. Tomorrow, more partly cloudy skies and coastal winds reaching 20 miles per hour should give us daytime highs ranging from the high 50s to the high 60s. A weekend warming trend is expected to begin on Friday. Depend on weather every 30 minutes on FM News Talk 103.5 and 96.9 KSRO.
KSRO.
To talk toll-free from east of the Rockies, call 800-825-5033. From west of the Rockies toll-free, call 800-618-8255. To reach George via Skype, use Skype name George97313. Send George a text message anytime at 818-298-6521. From the gateway to the west, this is Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie.
And we're talking with Dan Levitt about his work, what's gotten into you, the story of your body's atoms from the Big Bang through last night's dinner. We're going to take your calls this hour with him as well when we come right back. Let's talk a little bit about Super Beats Hard Chews, things that you can do to help yourself. You do everything you can to get your blood pressure in check, exercising, eating right. Well, now you have Super Beats Hard Chews on your side as well. Paired with a healthy lifestyle, the Super Beats Hard Chews with what they call polyphenol compound is nearly 2 times more effective at promoting normal blood pressure than a healthy lifestyle alone, which is great. It means more energy, circulation, and blood pressure support that is easy and convenient for you. The Super Beats Hard Chews, they taste great, by the way. You're going to love them. This is important. In a leading clinical study, the Super Beats Hard Chews with the polyphenol compound was shown to be nearly 2 times as effective at promoting normal blood pressure as the healthy lifestyle alone. So double your potential with Super Beats Hard Chews and support nitric oxide production, healthy blood pressure, blood flow, and heart-healthy energy. Plus, they're plant-based and gluten-free. So go to getsuperbeats.com to find out how you can get a free 30-day supply of Hard Chews plus free shipping with your first order. Use discount code GEORGE and get an extra 15% off. That's GetSuperBeats, B-E-T-S. GetSuperbeats.com, code GEORGE. Looking to switch to the most trusted wireless brand? Choose Consumer Cellular. They have been offering superior nationwide coverage for over 27 years. Switch today and save up to half on your wireless bill. They offer unlimited talk and text with a flexible data plan.